Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Lena Wynn, and I'm a divorce lawyer here in Texas, where I've had the privilege of helping many individuals navigate the complex and often emotional journey of divorce. Whether you're just starting to consider divorce or you're already in the midst of it, understanding the common mistakes that people make during the process can save you a lot of time, stress, and even money. Divorce is a major life event, and the decisions you make during the process can have lasting effects on your future. It's not just about legally dissolving a marriage. It's about securing your financial future, protecting your emotional well-being, and making the best decisions for your family. That's why I'm here today to talk about some of the most common mistakes people make during a Texas divorce and how you can avoid them. Before we get into it, please note that this video is for educational purposes only. The content I'm about to share is not legal advice, and every case is different. If you're going through a divorce or contemplating one, I strongly recommend that you seek professional legal advice tailored to your specific situation. Now, with that out of the way, let's dive in. Mistake number 1, not seeking legal advice early enough. The first mistake that people make is not consulting an attorney early enough. A lot of people think that they can handle everything on their own, especially if they believe the divorce will be easy. However, even uncontested divorces can become complicated, and you could miss out on important protections if you don't know the law. Texas law is unique, and the way that property is divided, the factors that affect child custody, and the rules surrounding alimony or spousal support are all different here compared to other states. A lawyer can help you understand your rights, explain the divorce process, and give you realistic expectations about the outcomes of your case. Now, here's a practical tip. Don't wait until things are already messy to get legal help. Even if you're just considering a divorce, scheduling a consultation with a divorce lawyer early on can give you a clear path forward. Mistake number 2, divorce can be emotionally taxing, and it's completely normal to feel hurt, angry, or betrayed. However, letting emotions drive your decisions can lead to costly mistakes. Emotional decision-making can affect everything from how you handle child custody to how you divide assets. For example, some people refuse to settle on certain property just because they're upset with their spouse, even though it might not be in their best interest financially. Others might make decisions based on pride or anger, which can prolong the divorce process and increase legal costs. Here's a practical tip. While emotions are valid and important, it's critical to separate them from the decisions you make during the divorce process. Work with your attorney to ensure that your choices are guided by logic and your long-term goals. Mistake number 3, not understanding Texas community property law. Texas is a community property state, which means that in general, any property acquired during the marriage is considered jointly owned, regardless of whose name is on the title. Many people mistakenly believe that everything they acquired during the marriage is half theirs or half their spouse's. However, dividing assets in a Texas divorce isn't always that simple. There are exceptions, such as gifts and inheritances that one spouse receives during the marriage. It's important to properly classify all assets and debts and understand how they will be divided. Here's your practical tip. When going through your divorce, make a full list of all your assets and liabilities. Work with your attorney to ensure everything is properly accounted for and classified to ensure a fair division. Mistake number 4, ignoring child custody and child support issues. If you have children, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is not taking child custody and child support issues seriously. Even if you and your spouse agree on all custody arrangements, there are legal procedures that must be followed to ensure that your arrangement is enforceable. Some people make the mistake of assuming that the mother will automatically get full custody or that the father won't have to pay child support. These assumptions can lead to misunderstandings or frustration later on. Texas courts focus on what is in the best interest of the child, and this doesn't always align with what you might think. Here's your practical tip. Focus on creating a custody arrangement that works for the children and ensures stability. Avoid making decisions based on assumptions about how the court will rule. Work with your attorney to establish a parenting plan that meets your children's needs and complies with Texas law. Mistake number 5, not fully disclosing financial information. One of the most serious mistakes you can make during a divorce is failing to fully disclose your financial information. The financial aspects of divorce can be complicated, and hiding assets or underreporting income can have serious consequences, including legal penalties and a skewed division of assets. Some people make the mistake of trying to hide assets like bank accounts, real estate, or businesses, thinking that they can keep more after the divorce. However, Texas courts take financial transparency very seriously, and if you're caught hiding assets, the consequences can be severe, including fines, sanctions, or even contempt of court. Here's your practical tip. Be fully transparent about your financial situation. This includes income, assets, debts, and anything else that might be relevant. Not only is this the ethical thing to do, but it also helps avoid future complications. Mistake number 6, failing to plan for post-divorce life. People often focus so much on the divorce process that they fail to plan for life after the divorce is final. Whether it's financial stability, emotional recovery, or a new living situation, it's important to have a plan for your life after your divorce is finalized. This can include budgeting, finding a new place to live, planning for retirement, and making sure that your children's needs are met. Failing to plan for these things can lead to unnecessary financial strain or emotional stress down the road. Here's your practical tip. Think about your post-divorce life as early as possible. Work with your attorney and financial planner to create a strategy that sets you up for success. Mistake number 7, overlooking tax implications. Divorce can have significant tax implications that many people overlook. For example, how you divide assets like retirement accounts or real estate can impact your tax situation. Some people might make the mistake of thinking that they will automatically be able to deduct alimony payments or that they will be able to avoid taxes on certain property. Here's a practical tip. Always consult with a tax advisor to understand the full financial picture before finalizing your divorce agreement. Proper planning now can save you money in the long run. Mistake number 8, rushing to finalize the divorce. Finally, rushing to finalize the divorce can be a big mistake. It might be tempting to get it over with quickly, especially if you're emotionally drained, but rushing the process could mean missing out on important protections for your future. Take your time to review the divorce agreement carefully and make sure that you understand all the terms before signing anything. Your attorney can help guide you through the process and ensure that everything is fair and that you're not signing away your rights you may need later. Here's a practical tip. Don't rush the process. Take your time to understand the full scope of the divorce agreement and seek advice from your attorney on all key decisions. Mistake number 9, not considering mediation or alternative dispute resolution. One of the biggest mistakes that many people make during a divorce is assuming that litigation is the only option. While going to court may be necessary in some cases, many divorce cases can be resolved through alternative dispute resolution methods like mediation. Mediation is a process where a neutral third party helps you and your spouse reach an agreement on various issues, such as property division, child custody, and spousal support. This can be a much more affordable option and less stressful option compared to a lengthy court battle. Plus, mediation allows you to maintain control over the outcome rather than leaving the decision up to a judge. Here's a practical tip. Before deciding to go to court, consider mediation or perhaps another alternative dispute resolution method. It's often faster, less expensive, and can lead to a more amicable outcome for both parties. Mistake number 10, failing to update important legal documents after divorce. After your divorce is finalized, many people overlook the importance of updating their legal documents, which can lead to unnecessary complications in the future. For instance, failing to update your will, beneficiary designations, life insurance policies, or powers of attorney can result in unintended consequences, such as a former spouse receiving assets or having access to medical or financial decisions. This mistake can also extend to updating your name, if applicable, or changing your address with relevant institutions. Here's your practical tip. Once your divorce is final, make sure to review and update all important legal documents, including your will, trust, power of attorney, healthcare directives, and any beneficiary designations. It's also a good idea to check in with your financial planner to ensure that your retirement accounts and other assets reflect your current wishes. Divorce is difficult, but avoiding these common mistakes can make the process smoother and help ensure that your future is as secure as possible. Whether it's getting legal advice early on, staying organized, or thinking ahead, every decision you make can have a lasting impact. Remember, every divorce is unique, and it's essential to consult with an attorney to make sure your specific circumstances are handled appropriately. If you have any questions or if you need legal help, don't hesitate to reach out to a professional who can guide you through the process. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more tips and insight on navigating divorce and family law. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below and I'd be happy to help. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best of luck during this challenging time.